Very much. We'll now begin 5-minute round of questioning. Dr. Scott Clayton, you know what this is, right? Yeah. I wanted to do that before Senator Bennet did it. This is the federal student loan application, 108 questions long, correct?
That's a FAFSA.
Would it surprise you if I told you that the president of Southwest Community College in Memphis says that he thinks he loses 1,500 students a semester because of the complexity?
That would not surprise me.
Are you familiar with the FAST Act that Senator Bennet and Senator Burr and Isaacson and Senator Booker and Senator King have introduced?
Yes, I am.
And it has these provisions. It would reduce this 108 questions to 2. It would tell families that they could fill it out in their junior year of high school. It would combine 2 federal grant programs into 1 Pell Grant program, reduce the number of loan programs. It would provide for year-round Pell Grants, discourage overborrowing, and simplify repayment options. Are you familiar with the proposed FAST Act?
Yes, I am.
Do you think it would address the testimony that you gave that the complexity of the federal aid system is a significant barrier to a large number of students? And I might ask you also, before you answer, would you be surprised to learn that a college president in Tennessee took 9 months to help his daughter pay off her student loan because they kept finding there was no way to fully pay it off, even though there's a very generous procedure for paying off loans?
That does not surprise me. At community colleges in particular, people may be surprised that the rate of Pell Grant receipt at community colleges is about the same as at private four-year institutions. And the reason for that is because of low application rates, low FAFSA application rates. There are likely many more students at community colleges who could qualify for more aid than they're getting if they could get through the application process. So I do think that the FAST Act would be a significant improvement, a meaningful improvement, and would potentially bring more students into college. I think that we should not be looking at that. We get into trouble when people think that this is just about a form and making a form easier for people who are already going to go to college and already have a parent or a counselor who can help them fill out this really annoying form. It's not just about the form. It's about being able to communicate to students early, not just in 11th grade, in 9th grade, in 8th grade, that there's money available to help them go to college. So this is not a trivial reform. This is something that could make a real difference, and it has an unusual degree of consensus from across party lines. So I think it would be a very helpful policy.
Let me ask you and Dr. Akers this question. I've been intrigued by the fact that the average car loan in the United States is about the same as the average student loan for an undergraduate. It's about $27,000. And the total amount of student loans is about 1.2 trillion, and the total amount of auto loans is about 950 billion. So why do we not hear anything about auto loans being a great burden for Americans? Why do we not hear anything about auto loans causing individuals to not be able to pay their other responsibilities, when it's demonstrably true that a $27,000 student loan is a better investment than a $27,000 car loan? Are we exaggerating the difficulty of student loans? Dr. Akers, do you want to try that? I mean, I was thinking as you testified, if I could substitute every time you mentioned student loan, car loan, you could have made some of the same testimony.
Sure. So I think there's a tremendous amount of anxiety around student debt right now. Some of that might be driven by the fact that we have really a new population of borrowers in the federal student lending system than we had 2 decades ago.
But why aren't they worried about borrowing $27,000 for a car?
I can't tell you that, to be honest, but I do know that there is a lot of concern.
Seems to cause nobody any problem. I mean, I've yet to see one report say that's about to bring down the American economy, yet there are all these reports about the student loan bubble and the student loan bubble's about the size of the car loan bubble, the way I can figure it.
Can I just add two things to that? One is that people have a lot more experience with car loans than they do with student loans. Student loans are something that you do once in a lifetime, and as Beth said, many students aren't, their parents didn't have to go through that themselves, so they're not able to advise students the way they might be able to about a car loan. And the second, I think a lot of the anxiety comes from the fact that people know that college is absolutely essential, that it's absolutely necessary, and that's what creates this high level of anxiety, whereas with a car loan, frankly, you might be able to get away without one, or you can borrow your brother's or your friends.
Okay, my time is up. Senator Murray.
Or you can